Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And this decision by Verizon, I know it happens from time to time, but this one, in my opinion, is a bit questionable. So Verizon did a site decommission, right? And usually, for those of you who have witnessed those and went through those, usually that leads to a relocation. Right, it might be a leasing issue. Verizon couldn't come to an agreement with the landlord, wherever they're leasing from, right? So they relocate to a nearby site, so that area can still have the same type of coverage capacity, RSRP levels that it enjoyed before, right? So in this case, on this permit, so previously the permit said that this tower would get upgraded to C-band. Then it never got it. Didn't see the upgrade. And then I recently see this permit that Verizon's removing an existing site located on an American tower at 2301 Bone Street. Verizon is leaving the shelter, power, and appurtenances, and only removing equipment from inside the shelter and removing the antennas and mounts from the tower. So I'm like, okay, right? So I'm thinking there's a relocation. So I send the, I think it's called the ENBD ID to my contact. They look it up in the tool, and they're like, there is no relocation planned. So they decommissioned this tower without any relocation plan today, right? If that comes in the future, who knows? But today there is no relocation planned. So I drove by the site earlier, and I noticed Verizon had already decommissioned the tower. So at the top is T-Mobile, below is AT&T, and then quite a bit lower there was Verizon. So this area right now, even though Verizon added a tower not too far from this area, but those sectors are pointing in completely different directions. So they're not really facing this area in particular, and behind this tower there's a high school. So Verizon customers are set to experience a bit lower degrading performance until Verizon plans to do something with the area, and who knows what that is, right? And I'm sure some of you will comment in the comments saying that you've seen this before, that this has happened. Lease expires, lease is just too high. We've seen all that, but sometimes, how can I say this? You gotta suck it up, right? You gotta say, you know what? We really need service in this area. We need to upgrade it. Let's sign it for, I don't know, 3 more years, whatever. And then in that time, let's figure out where to relocate this site, this tower, right? So just something that I wanted to share. I'm not saying now all hell is breaking loose and Verizon's decommissioning all the sites. That's clearly not happening. But I just find this one interesting because it was so needed. Right, this was a much needed add-on for Verizon densification, and now it's not there anymore, and no relocation in the plan. So I would have at least expected the team to have a plan on building a site somewhere, right? And to be honest, there really is no other site for them to co-locate on that's nearby that Verizon isn't already on. So Verizon would have to build their own site somewhere nearby in order to, do a relocation for this area to still give it the service that people have enjoyed prior. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.